Hello, everybody. It's me, Lucas Dworka. We're going to be playing more Ratchet and Clank on Commando. First, I didn't go live. Try that again. Hello, Twitch, and welcome to Lucas Dworka stream. We're playing more Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. YouTube has already heard this because my stream didn't start, but the recording did. So fun fact, YouTube audience, you got a few extra seconds, which is super jealous of that. Let's see. Good luck to all the Switch 2 peeps trying to get their Switch 2. I'm not getting one day one. Wouldn't it have been nice? Probably. But I can't afford it right now. So, I mean, technically I can, but it would be a too frivolous purchase for current stuff. Maybe if I know for sure that I'm like not going to be moving anytime soon, maybe. But other than that, I think keeping stuff as is fine. I think specifically around the time Metroid Prime 4 comes out, I think I will buy a Switch 2. Maybe once I finish Metroid Prime 3 specifically. And we're like halfway through Metroid Prime 2. So, and that's taken us, what, like 2 months so far? I think that it's been 8 streams of that. So, let's say it takes us like another 3 streams of Metroid Prime 2, and I think having about the same amount, 11, 12 streams for Metroid Prime 3 would make sense to me. So, end of June is Metroid Prime 2 over, and then July, August, September, Metroid Prime 3 ends at the end of September-ish. We're going into October. So, theoretically, the Switch 2 would be my birthday present to myself, along with, what's it called? Metroid Prime 4, most likely Mario Kart World, because it's a game. That's a game I really would like. Yep. And specifically, good luck to my cousin who dipped out of work just now and is going just now for that Switch 2. I think he had pre-ordered it, but it would come at like in the middle of June. And he said you want to wait for that, so I can't blame him. Oh, alright. So, main objective today. Let's beat this fucking race. I didn't... Okay, we're done with that. I was like, I didn't miss a ring yet? What is going on? Am I actually working today? Is everything good? No. Why would it be? Kind of wish I had just continued last week on Friday, but like I knew that was not an option, at least for that day. So, oh god, oh Jesus, oh no, this is. But I had totally hit it. Come on. Damn, rock is my least favorite part about this. Why am I so everywhere today? Whatever was going on Friday, I was tired enough, or something, that I wasn't like doing big movements. But now my body's like, it's big movement time. You gotta be the antsy boy. God. Oh jeez. Okay. Fair enough. Not fair enough. I've deleted myself through rings worse than that. But get ready for ring stream, I guess. Yesterday was ball, today's ring. Which I suppose yeah, that's just how it is. Ball with a hole in it, if you will. Actually, ring is more like straw, right? It's like a hula hoop. What shape could a hula hoop? Is it also like straw? Is it different? The mystery of rings. Mystery of rings. I don't know what's going on with me today. I felt like I was a lot more steady last time I tried doing this. I wish I were back at that. Maybe it just like I've tried it so much already and I was just getting it finally. But I feel like even from the get-go last week, trying to do this one specific mission, I was already doing a lot better. Maybe it's because I flew through it really carefully once. In one race. This isn't great because I'm making the big movement, and I don't want to be making the big movement. Alright. Rock is in way. Why rock in way? Try to make as smooth movements as possible. I feel like this race would have been... Oh god. I think the race itself could have been bigger rings. And then this platinum bolt could have been more like alternate route, but you still win. You know? I feel like that would have been more worth a platinum bolt. This feels very much skill point type menial task, not platinum bolt. It's just a very great time here in Race World. Oh, why do I sometimes just bounce off of the edge there, and then I die other times when I'm not like, when I'm trying to pull up and not hit it. And that's like the time where I just delete myself. We're going through so many rings. It's gonna be a great time. Really? Okay. I've flown below a ring like that before and still made it. I didn't intentionally try to prove the point like that, but if it worked, it'd been really frustrating. Anyone else? I totally went through that one. If that one ring counted, I feel like that the one that I missed last time should have counted. I don't get it. I don't get it. That should have killed me. I do not understand the physics in this game. That should not have counted. I'm glad that didn't count. This game has rings, and I have to fly through them. Get this platinum bolt, and I almost quit. I genuinely thought that that rock got me out of the ring. I guess I'll take that win. Just have to be grateful for the wins that I can take at any point in time. That's a loss. That's a lot. Oh god, that was so bad. Wrong. Is this dude harder sometimes to beat than others? Or am I just not boosting as much as I used to? Could be either or. I think it's the boost. And I wish I could, like, loop back around to a ring, but it would take up too much time. I don't think I pulled up like that. Oh well. You know, I think the reward didn't go down from 875. I think it was 875 last time that I beat it. I remember it being like 4,000 and then 270 whatever. 2,700 something. Maybe I should do a whole course at some point here. Just to try and get it nailed down in my head again. But I also just want to beat the level without having to race it again. So restarting just feels like the way to go. Don't go that high or up. Okay. Peace and tranquility. Gotta get my moonstones. Lay them all about. Put them in a ring. And then I'll be one with the ring. And I'll be able to commune with the spirits. And they'll be telling me good race tricks. And I'll finally be able to win the Daytona 5. What? This is just great. All the parts that I like about Ratchet and Clank 2, comparatively to Ratchet and Clank, are outweighing the fact that I have to do this race for Platinum Bolt. So far. I do really like the ship sections. They're pretty great. Why more race? Why harder race? Why Platinum Bolt race? I'd been real fine if it was just hidden somewhere in the level. Just like how the one Platinum Bolt was hidden in the bike race. That's fine. I think I already complained about it last week, now I think about it. But as this just thought it would be. Oh my god. No, come on. Why did my dumb ass have to, like... Oh yeah, it just counts as a mystery. You can't circle back in general. Once you pass a ring, you're done. I forgot about that. Otherwise that ring missed counter wouldn't exist until the very end, right? I have to fly through all these rings and win this. Oh god. Okay, so sometimes my brain just completely resets how I'm supposed to be controlling the plane. Or spaceship. Because to me, pull up and push down makes a lot of sense. That's just how, like, most aircraft is controlled, even though I've never flown before. I just know that, right? So the fact that I do it on the stick makes sense to me. And then sometimes my brain just completely dies and says, actually, we're doing a soft reset here. Everything has changed. Up is up, down is down. And while yeah, theoretically, if I point up, I should be moving up on the screen. That's not what I'm used to. So the fact that my brain just does that for fun is kind of cool, actually. Because it knows. It knows that I like the pull up, push down. But then it says, actually though, what if we did a funny and up is up, down is down? And so I try to go down, and then it goes up, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's not what I meant to do at all. And then my thumb's like, oops, sorry, bud. That's not what I meant either. That was totally a ring hit. I don't understand where the boundaries of any of these rings are. Sometimes the underbelly of my ship sniffs the top of these rings and it's fine. The other times it's not. I understand it less and less every time I go through a ring. Like, theoretically, I should just be hitting the center of the rings every time anyway. The rings are, like, just barely bigger than my ship in general. And sure, hitting the rings at wild angles still works, but it's not, like, the same wild angle every time. So, I mean, like, the place where you have to hit the ring is bigger than the ring itself, which is lenient, I suppose. But it's not... The ring itself is the problem. It's a little too small. And the fact that you can hit it at weird angles is also bad. Because it doesn't actually signify the whole ring that you can go through. I think I would feel better if I, like, it just, like, looked at the edges. And if I hit the very edge of the ring, I would be completely fucked, you know? I have to make my whole ship go through the ring. I think that would make more sense in my brain. Like, ah, yes, go through whole ring, ship. That turns gross. Yeah, welcome back to, ring string. All your daily ring needs. Or, I guess, every, semi-weekly? Bi-weekly? No, bi-weekly means once every 2 weeks. But semi-weekly means every half week. And it's not quite half a week between Wednesday and Friday anyway. Guess that's just the way it is. Using Latin... Oh my god. Using Latin roots to explain numbers in words. I should just call it twi-weekly. Yep, that's right. I'm going to change the entire English. Yep, the entirety of English. If we get through barely any of this for like half the stream, half the allotted stream time, I think I'm gonna move on for then. Dang it. And then I'll just have to do it at some other point in time, or maybe by the end of it, I just give up on rings and never do rings again. No more Ring Fit Adventure. Which, like I said, you don't have to fit through the ring. But that doesn't even quite work. Just ring could fit through adventure. To be fair, I should have died in that cavern, but... Hey, flew through that rock. Should have been a hit. I feel like I hit 2 rings at the same altitude, and one of them counted, one of them didn't. Just then. Oh my god, these rings. Remember last time when I was, like, at the end of one of these, and then lost it? I would like to get into the ship. That would feel great. Or maybe I get to half of the stream and I'll decide whether or not this is just going to be completely just ring stream or not. 2 hours of me complaining about rings be the stream. Why? Okay. I've reset. Nope, okay. Okay, that one I definitely did go farther below. I feel like the one previously I went at the same left side, wing clipping the ring and not most of the ship. But I guess if someone really wants to, I suppose I could. I flew through the edge of the ring for that one. That should have counted. That usually counts. See? Yeah, that one I swerved around, but... far below this ring can I be? Over at the very edge of the ring. So I can be at the very edge of the ring. But I feel like I've hit not the very edge of the ring before, and it's counted. So I don't really know what the criteria here is. I already knew I was overcorrecting a lot of that. I feel like that shouldn't have counted. I don't know why that counted. Okay. The D-pad doesn't do anything for me here. Did he say die? Because he's the one who should die. Okay. Just really want to get back into the ship. I think once I get back into the ship, I'll feel much better about myself. Getting this done in a reasonable amount of time. Feel like that the collision in this game is quite lovely. Sometimes very lenient, sometimes very not. So far, my only actual complaint, I guess, is the collision. And specifically, the rings. Real problem is, like, I don't... In terms of difficult levels, this feels more like that one section in the right side down cave. Cavern. In Celeste, where I had to, like, fast fall through the things. Because I feel like I can't control the speed at which that happens. Just like how I can't control how well I fit through these rings. That shouldn't have counted. But, and yet some of the things that I feel like should count don't. Alright, I'm gonna go to the rest of these rings, feel how I feel about the rest of these. I really shouldn't have counted. Still some pain points. Okay, fair enough. The light can explode me. Oh. I feel like some crap exactly like that has gotten me through these rings before. And then yet, when I do it, other times it doesn't. I don't know what happened there. I'm honestly unsure. I feel like this guy pushed me out of that ring. But I also don't think he has collision. So maybe I micro-maneuvered around it. It's just weird. Okay, that's enough. What I really need to do is nail down this part. So I'm gonna worry about that one ring over there. Well, that one, I guess. Going through the whole shebang again. I don't know how I missed those. That... Okay, no. He does have collision. I went through the ring. I don't get it. I do not understand why these rings are like this. That one I agree with. That one I missed completely. But like other ones, that should have killed me. Les has killed me before. I don't understand. I also don't understand why I course correct like that. That's bad. That's something on my front that I'm doing wrong. That kill me? I sniffed the walls last time. This time my little wing got clipped a little bit. Don't understand. I wish I did. Because maybe then this would be easier for me, but... I'm shaking my head at that one. That shouldn't have hit. I swear that when it pulled away, I wasn't even touching the wall. Maybe I'm hallucinating that one specifically, but that's how it felt. Okay. How am I doing these, like, perfectly one time and then just fuck beyond belief the other times? Oh my god. I don't understand these runes. I really don't. They don't fit into ball theory. I think that's the problem. I think that meteorite should just not be there. And I guess not meteorite, because that implies that it has already landed. Asteroid. That... By all means, that should have counted. I should have died. Oh my god. I just do not understand what is going on here. Yeah, no, I missed those. I do kind of just want to say complete of the race again, so I at least know where all the fucking wings are. But I am not doing good at this run. Yeah, it's just die. First hit should have killed me, but the second hit did. I could blame my thumb injury for this, but it doesn't hurt anymore. Unless I put like really big pressure on it. The entire time I was thinking to myself, I died. And then I didn't. Though I should have, probably. That one I missed. Fair. That one I did not. That one I should have missed, judging by some other one I missed. I don't get it. That one didn't count. No, why are you flying up? Okay. Okay, fair enough, I guess. I was about to miss another one. Could I have died for that one? I am unsure at this point. I feel like that run should have ended a lot sooner. I mean, by death. I think I ran into something earlier. Or maybe I'm just making these runs blend together more and more every time I do them. That was a big miss. That's inexcusable. My god. Oh, why did that not count? I mean, I couldn't have gotten the other one because I completely missed that. Really course corrected bad there, but the other one, the previous one, I got right. That should have been a death. Sometimes those things are deaths. I don't know why that one didn't count. I need to get this done. I think I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get it done. If you're uninterested, go ahead, take a break for this episode. I'm still gonna record and stream the rest of this uh until I get it done. If it takes me longer than what I would have streamed, I'm just gonna keep going. That's if that's what it takes. Uh yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna take a break though, because I need pee. Anyway, BRB. Get back into it. Stretch my fingers. Make sure my thumb isn't being stupid. Thumb's still stupid. I tried. That those two should have counted. I mean, if I widely missed the dang thing, I know I missed it. But if I'm, like, smelling the green, if I'm touching grass like that, I feel like I should get ring. Ring should be gone. Ow. How did that count as a hit? That should have not hit. Not talking about the depth the ring I just blew past. I don't understand this game. I don't understand this section of the game. Why are rings like this? Couldn't there have been like a patch? Phase 3 dealt with patches. That's the era where patches started being real. Oh. Now the true problem is that I don't think there's any, like, modifications to the ship that I can do to make me fly better. No. That's not what I want. Yeah, there's nothing about the options that I can do. That should have been done. There's so many things. They're just a little inconsistent. A little inconsistent, and it's wacky. But I've also hit this asteroid head-on before, and I haven't died. Yet, in the tubes of death, I do die. Even if I clip my wing. But sometimes I also don't, so I really don't know what's going on anymore. get through some more of these rings before I quit this time. Because that should have counted. Because that one counted. Oh man, that makes me mad. It makes me a little frustrated. Just a little frustrated. Should have counted. I should have counted. Just saying. Because some of these shouldn't have counted. And they did. Those didn't. I'm gonna die here soon anyway. It was a premonition. I felt like I was gonna die. SMH! That's not how it rings. It's not how it rings. I don't know what possessed them to think. You know what game really spoke to my heart? Superman 64. And that ring stuff. Let's add that to our game. Granted, I think the controls are a bit better, but like... These are not the rings that I want to be flying through. I shouldn't be jumping through any hoops to get this platinum bolt like this. Unless they were like hoops I could platform through. I guess. He definitely does have collision, and he has definitely bumped me out of the ring before. Oh my god. Now that I think about it. These shouldn't count, and yet they do. But when I do it again, somewhere else, they don't. You might think to yourself, why didn't you react quicker to push down there? Because I thought I was already dead. That damn asteroid. And also this bozo. This game. How? How? I don't get it. What antenna of mine hit that? Hey, what's up, buddy? Went through the green. Through it. That shouldn't have counted. What is going on? Do I need to look up, like, a post about what's going on with these? Oh my god, that was my bad. All right. Oh boy. It's not what I'm looking for. So some of these people took a very long time to get these. I mean, basically, it just says to just keep trying. There's not really much that you can do. I mean, there is a have all the shields and all the boosts upgraded. So I guess that's where I'm going now. See if it helps at all. But something that I observed that they mentioned on the post was that Ace Bunyan just stops racing you after a while. If you get far enough from him, he's just like, I give up, and that's it. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, can't afford these. Okay, never mind. We'll just keep trying the way we have. Because as much as it probably is boring to watch me just keep trying this race again and again, I think seeing me grind for rare titanium is probably just as boring, and it won't give me a platinum bolt. But I mean, I guess eventually it would, because I'd be upgrading to get it, but I need the instant gratification. My problem isn't, like, beating Ace Bunyan. My problem is getting through these rings. So I think I can beat Ace Bunyan. I, I don't. Dumb thumb. Be jittering too much. I should have died. Dash through that ring. How did I get through that ring? It wasn't even on screen when I got through it. I don't understand. How? What are these rings? Where are they? Should have been a death. I swear to God, that should have been a death. It's usually a death. And yet, no. Oh my God, why? Just gonna... Quick. I'm currently holding down R2 and pressing it intermittently now that I noticed that not everything was the way it was seen. It might make it a bit easier, it might not, I don't know. We're just gonna keep trying. That was one of the other tips. To be clear, I almost every time that I die, I look at the camera. The proverbial camera. Like at my computer screen. How is hitting the asteroid not an instant death? And I don't get it. I don't understand why these rings are like this. I'm being honest, if I don't do it this stream, like if I don't get this done today, I think I'll have to give up on getting all platinum bolts. At least on stream. Because this is kind of ridiculous. And there's like 2 other races. These are not well. This is a very difficult race. Well, rather, the race isn't bad. Getting through all these rings is very difficult. And it seems like I'm not like the only one having the problem in general. There's a few other people from the Ratchet and Clank community have been like, yeah, these are gross. I feel like I should not have hit any of those rings, but here we are. None of those should have counted, and yet they did. Should have counted, I feel like, but two of those rings should have counted. Not the one that did. At this point, I'm just gonna go through the rest of the race so that I can get in my brain again. Unless I die, in which case, or miss all the rings. That's also fair and totally cool thing to happen. Oh yeah. At least that time I felt like I should have died going in there. Granted, I feel like I should have died before that specific point, but whatever, I suppose. Okay. This is little rings as possible, I guess. Even though that should... Okay, no, I'm restarting again. This is so great. I guess Friday, regardless of how this goes, I will not be doing rings again, so... Well, until I have to race and on one of the timelines there, but regardless, I won't be doing these rings again. Not sure how that counted as a death. I have not played Toy Story 3, the video game. I think Toy Story 3 came out a little bit after I had kept buying movie tie-in games as a child. There's a moment there where I hit the wall once and didn't die, and then the second time I hit the wall, I did die. Instantly. Does Buzz also have to fly through rings? Does he also despise rings? Because they're not ball? Bad ball? It should have counted as a death. I don't know why. It didn't. Fair. It do be space. I feel like I should have hit that ring. Should have died, and I should have hit that ring. See, the regular parts of these missions, not the race part, is more of like a shmup. You go in your spaceship and you shoot a bunch of things, and it's a great time. And then that should have killed me. I don't understand what constitutes me actually dying and what constitutes me just bouncing off the wall for fun. Regardless, I really missed that ring though. That other ring I should have gotten. For once, that asteroid actually killed me. You know what, asteroid? Fuck that asteroid. I mean, I guess I'd be down to playing more movie tie-in games that I haven't played. I do like Wall-E, and some of the other movie tie-in games are pretty alright. I also do feel like playing some of the bad movie tie-in games, just to compare. Lol. Oh no, this. I reset it at the wrong time to mess me up. Bruh, rage. Rage. That's what I'm feeling. I should be pretty happy that my rage is more subdued. Not gonna be subdued after today. Oh, that's neat. That does sound like fun. Tell me why I didn't die around that corner. Well, why is the game like this? Why does the game decide randomly through some weird quantum calculations that I should or shouldn't die at any point in that? Okay, sure, yeah, don't count that as a death, but definitely don't let me fly through that ring. Oh my god. I touch the green, I touch grass, and I still get punished for it. After this week, I'm gonna have to go touch a lot of grass. I'm gonna get lost in the forest for like several hours. Fun fact, I have been deaded before when I was that close to a wall. Didn't happen this time. That should have counted. That shouldn't have. That's fair. First one wasn't. Maybe I should just start playing Wally again. This is where my brain's at. Well, you had cubes. No rings. No space rings. When you missed something, it was really easy to go back and try it again. Space rings. That should have counted. Huh. I hate that asteroid now. More than I already did. That normally wouldn't have killed me. Normally I bounce off of the asteroid for fun. I have no idea why that time the asteroid decided, you know what? Die. It genuinely doesn't make sense to me. Those rings should not have counted. Why? Well, at least I'm glad that those didn't, I guess. Because I felt like they shouldn't have. Wow. No, I definitely made that second ring. That second ring should have counted. Some of these rings should have counted. Why is he still racing against me? I thought I was far away enough that he would stop. $50 back then. That's... You know, recently I did see a like, adjusted for inflation chart of how all the consoles sold as. And adjusting for inflation, the stuff like the Switch 2 is being sold about the same as basically every other Nintendo console, except for like the Super Nintendo, I think. That was sold pretty cheap comparatively. But still, like, around what the Switch 2 is selling for. That's the one I paid most attention to because I'm more familiar with all those consoles. But like for PlayStation and Xbox as well, like, it's pretty consistently that expensive. Which is kind of wild, because now I'm thinking about actually the whole inflation thing. And the fact that things just seem more expensive, but they are probably actually costing about the same. Except for games. I think games are a little expensive comparatively to previous games. But my only hope at that point is that they keep adding to the game without causing, adding no cost at that point, I think. Like, anything that should have been in the game, they just kind of update it. €45. $50 back then, maybe? A little bit less, a little more, something like that. So I feel like games usually didn't sell for like a 5 amount. They were usually down to the tens of dollars. So yeah, probably about $50, which now is probably around 60-ish, I would say, which games usually sell for. I'm just gonna skip those, I guess. Sick. PS3 and Xbox 360 games usually went for about $50, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't think they very much differed from that. I suppose maybe closer to the end of those lifespans and into like PS4, Xbox One games. Yeah. Xbox One, PS4 games started being $60. So like seeing a $70 game now doesn't feel too bad. But something over that price always feels weird. Unless it's like a very specific... That should not have counted as a ring. I'm disappointed in myself and disappointed in the game that counted. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like tie-in games kind of are weird. Sometimes they're less expensive, but maybe it just really depends on when you buy the game. Is it, I guess, closer to really... How did I stay on that rock for so long and then finally die? The game just is indecisive. This game. As I know for now, though, movie tie-in games from back then are generally a lot less expensive. But I guess it really depends on like how well the game was made. To see if it was actually worth that money in the first place. Granted, I have no idea how much Wall-E cost when I bought it. I don't think it could have been more than $40. Or less, maybe. There's a good chance it got bought. No, I did buy... That should have... Oh my god. I got it gifted to me. So there's a fair amount that they've paid. The people that had gifted it to me would have paid full price for it. Not that my parents were stingy. They're just poor. So there was less room for them to be able to, like, buy full price games when they came out. Like, my first PS2 game was a double pack. It included Sega Mega Collection, Sonic Mega Collection Plus, and Operation Nighthawk Rebel Raiders, which is a weird combination of games, in my opinion. But, yeah. I guess I only missed 3 rooms this time instead of 7 like last time I cleared the whole course. Ah, fair. Shouldn't have counted. I fucking knew it. Yeah. $20 for a port of an old game like that is a little wild. But, maybe inflation. Who knows? I would still say that $15 makes a lot more sense, but I'm not an economist. Alright. Like online multiplayer? Okay, Steam Remote Play. That's still pretty decent then. Dang it. That should have counted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My biggest experience with Steam Remote Play is trying to play Crawl. And the setup for that was just difficult. Should have counted as a death. I shouldn't have gotten one of those rings. This level doesn't make sense to me. More fair, I guess. I missed that one. Sad. Should have died a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Oh, oh yeah. Wait, I circled around a ring. There's no way that ring missed count isn't 4 or 5. Why is this game? Yeah. Nowadays, it's all about the rage game. Make the controls control so poorly that it makes the game hard. Not like actually make that game difficult to do. Just make it uncontrollable. Or trying to be super realistic. Super realistic rage game. 10 out of 10 IGN score, obviously. Did it just reset my gravity on its own? I didn't press the button. I mean, yeah, you just keep it in the back pocket, right? That's how plane work. Why would you need to land or anything to reload? Or have like a refueling ship? Yeah, it just don't make sense. Keep the ammo in the back pocket. Or absorb it from space rocks like you do in this game. I mean, it is a lot better to design your game to just have reloading happen, even if it's not very realistic. Because otherwise, the super realism of that is, it could get annoying and take away from the fun combat part of it. Where'd the camera go for a second? That was weird. Yeah. Big companies want the big graphics. No, the enemies should always drop health. Like, obviously. It's just the way it works. Like, for some games, I am fine with, like, not having the enemies give you health. Because, like, they have, like, their own, you regain health by sitting at this station or whatever, right? But some games don't need, like, health minigames to be able to restore health. You know? Why? Yeah. The little dudes drop the health. Mm-hmm. No, I don't mind the crafting of ammo or anything. It just depends on what game it is. Because, like, games have had that for a very long time. Or there's only specific ammo boxes. Because, like, Resident Evil had specific, things where, like, only this can refill your ammo, or, like, Half-Life or something. So it just really depends on how the game does that. Because there's bad ways to do it. Watch me fail this mission because I missed the last 2 circles. Watch this. Woo! Oh, I still won? Oh. Yeah. Like, there's some games where I feel like they're designed around the fact that you have to scavenge. And those games do have to have their ammo handling done well. But then there are games just added in for fun. Just because, like, they feel like they have to, or they want to artificially bump the difficulty. But then they're not thinking about the ammo, they're just like adding it as an afterthought, and that's not done well. I do feel that to a certain extent. Like, some games just kind of copy others. But, I mean, that's why you have to, like, kind of look around for other games, right? Like, oh, wow, this new Battle Royale game. Oh, well. Depends on if it's done well. There's, like, a lot of roguelikes as well. And people pop off for some of them. But has to be interesting enough to do so. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be the gold standard. It could be part of a game that is wants that to be a part of its own game. But I mean, there's a lot of nuance to game design in general. suppose you just have to make sure that whatever you're designing is built for the systems that you're putting in. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun to do the tedious parts if you're not rewarding the player enough to do those tedious parts. In like the vein of like some JRPGs, they add like crafting systems because they feel obligated to, but either it's not necessarily to do the crafting, or you only need it for very difficult super bosses that you don't need to fight, which is annoying. But if they're like, hey, here's this whole system of crafting gems and putting them into your armor, and let me show you how that works, and this is how fun it could be if you put it in the armor right, and also craft them good. When did I? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I just missed that one. But like in JRPGs, it's like pretty common to have crafting systems, and in ones that don't utilize it well, it does feel like a tedious task to do them because it's unnecessary at that point. And you look at it and you think to yourself, why would I need to craft gems if I can beat all the bosses just fine? Like, why would I need to, like, for example, change up the attacks that I have on my class? Because everything that I'm doing is working just fine. But, like, games that do it well allow you to customize your character to whatever you want it to be and still have fun with whatever you want it to be. And if you really want to go intricately into it, you can go super into the class thing and you can be like, oh, this boss is giving me trouble. Let me try out a different build for that because I need more healing during this part or whatever. So you change out whatever attacks you have or like the specific gems you have equipped or whatever. But that's because the game is designed for you to think about like stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just like nothing and doesn't mean anything. Like, you could have ammo pickups where you have to specifically scavenge for them, but if you can just, but for those games, you just don't have things that drop ammo at that point, or specific enemies could drop ammo. As long as you don't have to farm for it, I guess. Because then it would get super tedious. And then there's games that just are built around farming. I suppose it really is just down to taste, right? Some games are built the way they're supposed to be built, and some games are built haphazardly. Not everyone is obligated to like every mechanic. As long as every game doesn't feel obligated to do certain types of mechanics. Right? And I guess that's what you're mostly worried about. I feel like I shouldn't have missed half the rings that I do. Oh, I missed two of them.
feel like the most difficult rings are like at this beginning section, and then a lot of them do kind of mellow out. It's not the most consistent. I feel like there has been a bunch of eras of games just feeling like they needed to do a specific thing. I don't think it's exclusive to modern games now that I think about it. I mean, when shooters became popular, a lot of games were like, we gotta have shooting. That's the thing. That's the goal. It really is just a market world. You gotta sell to what the people expect right now. And something like Breath of the Wild becomes super popular. They're like, open world, not it's Zelda. That's not the thing that they're looking at. They're like, the Breath of the World part of Zelda is what people really liked. The open world. Breath of the World? Did I say Breath of the World? Probably. Yeah. And, I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of indie games that do that kind of thing because the people making those games are the ones who are thinking the kind of same thing of, I want the game where that stuff happens, and then they notice that there isn't something like that anymore, so they make them themselves. Sunset Overdrive. I'm trying to remember what that one was. I know I've heard it before. That, I feel like I've probably set my gravity earlier. That would have been less gross to control, but here I am. Oh, okay. Man, I should play that game. There's a lot of games that I still have to get through. I mean, I'm still playing Ratchet and Clank. For that sole reason. I guess it does say something about me trying to do this ring minigame again and again. Like, I just really want to be able to beat this game. And I want to say that I did it 100% of the way. That should have killed me. It usually does. Game. Okay. Well. I will say that there's there are so many games that are being overlooked. And I wish there was enough, I don't know, buzz about them. But then again, some games get too buzzy and they feel overhyped afterwards, so maybe everyone just finds that like one niche community of people and then they trade games between each other. And that's the way to do it. Maybe. Yeah. Because, like, the developers don't necessarily have a choice. As a software developer, not for games, but for applications. Sometimes someone decides something and you just gotta do it. Which is, I guess, why people, like, leave projects sometimes. They just don't see the vision anymore, and they're like, I can't support this. It's changed too much, and then they go make their own game. And that's how PlayStation became big. I'll make my own console with discs, said PlayStation, and they did. You need to work on the battle pass. Yeah.
But the battle pass gives the CEOs more money, Fatty. Fobby. It would be Fobby. Sure. There's only slightly not so silent, but quiet polar swearing happening. Okay, fair enough. Just let it be known. Polar swearing is happening. It's just happening quietly today. But I can't hide from it. Yabka! Currently what's going through my head is the Polish cow song. That's what's fueling my spiral into madness. So 5 graf. Oh my god. Ah! Yeah. Powiemy szliman, kiedy skończy się ten stan, gdy już nie będę sam, bo wiedzie biały węgorz. don't have it memorized, but I definitely can sing along with it if it's playing. I still fumble some of the words, but I'm like, I know the words. It's not my lowest score, but it is a score. It gives me 800 volts. And I need that money for a new suit. Zapomnienia. I think it's like the whole word is zapomnienia, so it'd be Zapomnienia. That should have counted. Yep. Koksu 5 gram, odlecieć sam. Krainę zapomnienia, w głowie myśli mam. Kiedy skończy się ten stan, gdy już nie będę sam. Bo wiedzie biały węgorz. Ja pierdolę. Jabłko. When is this state gonna end? This is what I signed up for today. We're still going. It's past time, but we're gonna keep going because I gotta either do it or spend enough time that I have to give up. Someone summons me to the land of oblivion, and I have to just kind of do something else. I have other obligations, but that's like in an hour, and I could probably tell them, no, I want to finish this one thing that I've been working on for like 3 hours. But then again, some people have spent months trying to do these things, these races. And I've been struggling on this one. I don't think this is even the first like 2 hours that I've ever done of this. I think there was at least half an hour of me trying this some other time. Not counting last episode. These rings. That should have counted. Ty, jak modyjska wery, spędni szmery, a nie hery, te hery, inne bajery. Something. What szmery? Słyszek szmery? Jak z giwery, tehery. And other words about drugs and stuff, and then wanting to die. Such a happy song. Ja pierdolę, ale mam zjazd jak pyta gwiazdek kłota lesie. Nie wiecie, co się dzieje. Jak góra z głodu pieje. Kogut z głodu pieje? Something like that. The words are in my brain, I just don't know where they are. One felt good, but then it stopped being good, and I cry. Cry every Tim. Every Tim! I hope I never say, like, every time, every Tim in front of my coworkers. I feel like at that point they would think there was something, like, pretty wrong with me. Like, I've gone insane. Then again, my coworkers have asked me about the newest and greatest, latest meme is, so there's something about that. Because I am by far the youngest person on the whole team. By like a decade, probably. Actually, someone else had joined, which I think was in the same internship that I was. I don't remember because it's been a long time and we barely interacted with each other, but I think that's correct. This bozo, Ace Bunyan, nearly pushed me out of that ring. I wish I could shoot him. Shoot him down so I didn't have to worry about him. A lesser man would have died to that, and that, and that, and that. I missed the ring. Sometimes I feel like I'm controlling this thing so perfectly, and then other times I'm just the royalist fuck up. Like, I don't know directions. Like, even worse than some of my friends. Like, I don't even understand the concept of directions. The last time I struggled this hard on one specific room in Celeste was the last room of Farewell. That's the same amount of time that I've struggled on this. This is the last room of Farewell. That's how hard this level is. That's how it feels. And I can't believe that that's the case. Granted, I'm just better at Celeste than this game, I guess. But like, for real though, this is how long going through rings takes me? I don't get it. Why? Why is this game doing this to me? Why did I have to miss that ring? I feel like I got it. That one I just missed completely, and sometimes I don't. In the same fashion that I missed it. Oops. That's not a ring I should have been missing. That's a ring I got. I can make that ring. I feel like half the rings I haven't gotten should have been. I wish someone would have the time. I don't impose this on my, like, worst enemy. But to have the time to, like, go through all the video, find out where all these hitboxes are, and tell me specifically every single time why and how much, by how much I've missed these rings. Because some of these feel ridiculous. There's no way I should be, like, missing all of these. Like, the way I am. Because sometimes I can just do it. And it's fine. Not all the time. Sometimes I have to suffer. Guess what I thought? Missed. I hate that, like, sometimes I feel like I definitely have missed a ring. And then I'm like, okay, I guess we're going. But I miss, like, a ring directly after that. How come I can bump into that wall, but all the other walls can kill me sometimes? At that angle, I feel like I'm not really changing up the angle in which I hit some of these walls, and I still die for some of them. Not for others. That was so weird. Don't know why I'm doing all of those things. There was like some trick I knew, like boosting increases your hitbox for actually getting these on point somehow for some reason. Like a weird property of the game that you don't think about. No. Pull up. You should have pulled up there. Well, now I'm far enough that I feel like I have to finish this. Because otherwise I won't get used to all these other rings. Well, last time I did make this with one ring left. Once. Today I'm gonna make it with another 3. 4, actually, because I missed that ring somehow. And I don't get it.
I really don't get it. Also, why does this dude have a head start on me? That feels just like cheating. He starts like a full ring ahead of me, and then I have to catch up. That could have killed me. It's one of those old video game things, I guess, yeah. But the really weird feeling is that this game doesn't feel generally as old as it is. This is like just 17 years old. Not quite. I think the first game was 17 years old. This game's like 15 years old, I think, maybe. Which I guess is retro, but like also it definitely feels better than Ratchet and Clank 1. But maybe I'm also old. I don't like that thought. So it doesn't feel as old as it could be to me. Like, Super Metroid felt like it had the old game jank. This game just feels like it doesn't have the good ring physics. That should have made it. Because I know for a fact some of those rings have made it before like that. That should have been a hit. I'm gonna die. Oh, opponents having head starts, yeah. I guess you do have enough boost to just, like, zoom past him. So... that was my fault. That one I fully understand was me just diving headfirst into a wall. Sometimes it's not like that. Ace Bunyan, stop pushing me. Oh, all those meters at the top? Let's see. The very middle one, that's health. The ones on the left and right are shield. And then the top right is booster. And we only see me use the booster because I'm not fighting anything right now. If I was actually fighting something, you would see my shield and health go fucking down. I'm bad at fighting. But since we're just racing this dude, this is just what we're dealing with. Just the boost, and I missed it somehow. I don't know. I don't know why. Definitely should not have. Nope. This is just like superimposed into the dogfighting interface. It's not specifically race. I wish there was a specific race one, because then it would probably feel different. Probably. Maybe. Oh, that's a ring that should have been gotten. There was some scant misses that worked like that before. That one, by all means, shouldn't have. I don't understand rings that shouldn't have killed me. Robot smiling face, yeah. I do see that. But no, left is missiles, right is just my own boost. Though, speaking of the UI and the HUD, I don't know why the shield is split up like that. Like, it fits into the UI, but it doesn't. It's the same indicator, but just mirrored. Does look sci-fi, but at the same time redundant. And in a like, okay, yeah, sure, you can do that kind of way. Not necessarily in a redundant, we need redundancy kind of way. Oh yeah, I knew as soon as I pressed boost I was gonna just face plant into the wall. Anytime now. Anytime I can decide to be a good racer and beat the race. I'll win the race and get through all the rings. I've already won the race, technically. I just want to get through all the rings. I want that platinum bolt, baby! That should have counted. How did it not count? Where's my hitbox at any point in time? That one I feel like I definitely missed, but here I am. 0 misses. Wait. There's no way! Okay, okay. We do a little breathing exercise. Why is he over here already? I was way ahead of him. Or at least I felt like I was. Whatever. That shouldn't have counted. Good for enough. What do you mean? Okay. I've been working on the space road all day long day. I've been working on the space road. Oh, I forgot the words. That shouldn't have counted. I don't know what these rings are, but I've gotta fly through them. I've been working on the space road all dang long day. Space road. Oh god. We're truly in Insanityville now. Can't control the ship! I just lost control. Everything's going wrong. No, there we go. I don't know what power allows me to just make some of these circuit things, but man, should I have not decided to do this? Not Ratchet and Clank 2. Ratchet and Clank 2 were great. Rings. Space rings. Not a great game. It should not. Okay. That last one shouldn't have counted if the other two didn't count. Okay. That's just the way it is, I guess. I think that one should have counted. These rings are inconsistent. And I have to suffer for it. Mother... Alright, well, we're keeping going. Haven't been summoned anywhere yet. What I'm really looking forward to is the next stream in which I just do this the entire time, but on a different level. I do feel closer than I've ever been on this thing. But also at the same time, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind if I've not already not lost it. That didn't count? Why? In what universe? That one counted. Yeah, I feel like some of these that should count aren't being counted as they should. Okay. That wasn't an intentional death. That was just me losing control once again. How? What determines whether or not I die instantly? Because I feel like I should have. I still don't understand anything about the mechanics of this level, or how spaceships work. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. We can just die for no reason. No discernible reason. I bet the game has a reason. It's just not letting me know. Like, hey, you dived too deep. But I feel like I hit the walls at some same angles. That just doesn't count. That one I really did miss. Yeah, fair. That was intentional. Oh my gosh. This is doing numbers on my brain right now. And I thought Ball did. Look at all these straws, by the way. Okay, I'll take it. I didn't die. Again, I feel like I should have, but these meteorites are made out of strange material. Probably oobleck. Sometimes it's nice and viscous, and sometimes if I give enough pressure, it's nice and hard.
Good old non-Newtonian fluids. That ring could have been collected. Why wasn't it? That one I missed. I guarantee that. This is the Lucas Storica guarantee. That one ring was missed. I should be at one. My opinion. Not the game's opinion. The game's opinion doesn't matter, though. That, yeah, okay, yeah, fair, That's me losing control and just bouncing straight over 2 rings. That one's a question mark. I don't know how much I actually missed that by. I hear Ace Bunyan on my ass. No, yeah, I knew I was gonna do that. I felt it in my fingers. My things. My dumb digits. Hand lotion made your hands better at being hands. If I could just, like, get some and then have my hands do better at actually controlling anything. This also goes for, like, instruments. Oh, Jesus, okay. Being able to play the instrument faster and better would be pretty cool. If I could just rub some hand lotion and then hand would be good. Like, fortifies strength, but it fortifies how good and strong my fingers are. Grip strength also train how good your fingers are at moving. I guess not. How many good finger exercises are there actually? No, I kept... I need to not overcorrect. But it's hard to not overcorrect when I know everything's going bad. Ace Bunyan, what are you doing, Blow? What are you doing down there? You shouldn't be down there. It's kinda, you know, private. Fucking. Well. Sec. Oh. My brain is getting real tired of seeing the inside of those meteorites. It's like not processing the fact that I'm in there. Probably a bad sign. Probably I will need, like, some amount of time of not looking at anything to reset my brain to... Oh, wow, that didn't count. To recognize shapes again, I think I need to stop looking at this, but I can't because I need to get through it. I need to get it done, and I feel like I'm on the cusp of something. At the same time, there's nothing here. Everything's just God. Decrepit. It's fine, I guess. Yep. Okay, fair enough. All right. See how much? I guess this is a bad time to actually check the time and see how much time I do have left. Actually. How was that a miss? Why? What are you talking about? That was a miss. My butt, that was a miss. The green was all over my ship. I'm gonna take a small break again. BRB. All right. Resting my eyes just a little bit. Drinking a little bit more water. All right, let's keep trying. I was right, I missed something. That's why it was off screen. All right. Right. Section 1 done. Gotta add some positivity back. Not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna say the line. Oh my god. The opposite of living is what I'm feeling right now. That shouldn't have counted. Okay. I hope someone else looks at this and says to themselves, yeah, I don't know how some of these are being missed. Some of these should have been gotten. Or I don't know how some of these were gotten and they should have been missed. Ball. You know? The platinum bolt at the end of this road is ball. Topologically. At least I believe so. That is, again, if grooves don't really matter in the long term like bowls do. Because everything is ball, if you think about it. Just ball with bowl. Hole with ball. Can there be hole with ball? That's heresy, sorry. I never mind. How did I miss that one? That's not how that... I'm glad it at least killed me. Sometimes that asteroid doesn't. That time Ace Bunyan really pushed me out. Damn, what a jerk. Ooh. That was some wacky controlling on my end. Like, there are some times that I can definitely blame myself. And then other times where I just have to sit here dumbfounded, look at the game and say, why did it make that decision? Sporadically. It's like every so often. Spontaneously, even. Ibayu, Oyebana. Enlightened state of mind? Is ball life? Balls are balls with no holes. Or wait, hold on. The actual music. Hold on. What was it again? There we go. Like, to roll like a ball. Roll right through the hoops, the rings, the one rings to roll them all. Where am I going? That shouldn't have counted. I love the minor key Wii music videos. Those are funny. Or like whatever song but in G major, which just sounds really wrong. Oh no 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 no. Not good. Nothing. What do you mean that missed? How did that miss? I like had to go through the ring. Nice on. No, I didn't do enough pauses. I'm sorry. That last run of the me channel music was scuffed. My bad. Yeah. Here's a video to make you uncomfortable, because I had to see it because I've delved too far deep into YouTube. How did I miss that stupid ring? It's not... I don't get it. I Tokyo drifted through the ring and it didn't count. Because Ace Bunyan pushed me. Like that one I just missed. That's fine. I'm fine if I miss the rings on my own terms. So I'll take the game's word whenever I do make the ring, even though I flew right over it, like I've done many times and I've missed it. Ring, ring. Hello? It's me, Ring. Would you like ring? Oh man, ring sounds pretty bad. Oh, it's okay. The ring's fine, as long as you hit it at the right angle. I don't know about that. That sounds dangerous. Say no to drugs, kids. I haven't taken any drugs, to be clear. I just feel like this is how it feels to have done that to your body. Yeah, I've hit the amount of insanity that I think people would think to me and say, are you tweaking, sir? Have you taken the thing? I'd say no, officer. I have not. I'm just so far gone. Like that video where the guy's like just crying real hard because he had a breakup, or like his wife cheated on him or something, and the cops are just like, we're super worried about you, sir. Have you been drinking? And he's like, no, I'm just really sad. That's how I miss the ring. That's how I feel. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Well, chewing 5 gum should feel epic, right? Not this. This is the withdrawal symptoms of chewing 5 gum, if anything. Did 5 gum ever have, like, caffeine or anything in it? to make them have that tagline, or is it just like our flavors are just that good, dude? Sensate your steins. How it gum chew to 5 feel. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Oh my god. Yeah. No. 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 We're going back. That's the rock. That's my favorite rock. It stays out of the way until I need it. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Strawberry. Big strawberry. I don't think they actually had a fruit flavor like that. They did have a gum that tasted like Red Bull, though. Unless I'm hallucinating that and knows a different gum. I do remember having it being cool to chew 5 gum. I also like their Truth or Dare campaign. It was funny. Except, like, no one did it, really. But it was funny that they tried. No, but I've been told gum feels chew, 5 is gold. Spaceship is going turns, just like how my mind burns. Rings are not fit. I am tired of it. Speedrunner mindset. It would be really great if I had speedrunner mindset if I fucking hit the rings. I like these sections once I've figured out how to avoid the walls properly. Huh? Huh? Who? Huh? Okay. I'll take it. Now I'm afraid. I am so afraid. So afraid. Oh my god. Everything is not great. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. This is fantastic. That should have killed me. I feel like that's killed me before. One. One ring. One ring. I just need to make one more ring. And hopefully not in a scary ass way like last time. That was really, really scary. Because I like twisted and turned 5,000%. That was not no misses. That was one miss. That was one miss. I missed one like exiting the spaceship, I think. Or like somewhere around there. I missed it. How? Also, I think if I didn't miss one, it would have said, "Hey, you got a platinum bolt," but I didn't. So. But like, that's the goal-ish. I'm like nearly there. Oh, I need to stop doing that like weird maneuver around there. Oh, yeah, well, let's miss that one because I bumped into the wall. The first time I hit the wall should have just killed me and not have this, like, dance happen. That should have counted. That one did. And I hit it at basically the same angle, just slower. Maybe boosting is bad around rings. Unless I line it up properly. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna restart anyway. I feel like a lot of these are just fine. It's just like that second section is the biggest problem section. And the beginning. Because I want to get ahead of him. So I'm just boosting. But again, a lot of these feel like they should just hit, and they don't. Phone, shut. It's not time, actually. Oh no, why did I hit reset? Oh well. Recently, that meteor has just been straight up killing me, and I don't know how to feel about it, because at one aspect, I feel like it always should have been just straight up killing me, but it hadn't been until this point, so I just kind of feel betrayed. Just a little bit. There's no way I missed that one. You serious? Oh my god. So many times I feel like I don't hit a ring and it counts, and then the opposite happens, and I'm just so distraught because sometimes it should have happened the other way, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. There was like 4 rings where I feel like I shouldn't have hit them, and then the one that I actually think I got doesn't. I don't understand these things. They make me feel the Polish dancing cow inside, and that's just how it's gonna be, I guess. Hey, Spania, not now. I'm trying to get through these rings. Personally, I'm blaming me, Spania. I had a feeling I also flew too low, but, like, I can't avoid it. Now that I'm at 1 left, I have to hit. I feel like I'm so close that I want to keep trying. And man, this sunk cost fallacy is just not looking great for my brain. But at the same time, if I do it, I would feel so cool at beating this preteen game that's like a decade and a half old. Oh my God. Why did you go so far down like that? That's not great, Ratchet. One should have counted, in my opinion. Ditto. Okay, sorry, fine, yeah. That was way too far left. I would have been angry if that did count. Ace Bunyan, get out of my way, dude. You're pushing me around, and that's not cool. I had a feeling that I was gonna miss that one. Okay.
Ace Bunyan! The much less cooler brother to Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan's cool and strong. Ace Bunyan just gets in your way. I shouldn't have reversed gravity or changed gravity there. I was perfectly fine the way I was. Nah, it should have hit. Why is it sometimes that I go right over a ring, it doesn't count, and then sometimes I do? Like that time. What is the millimeter difference in those times that I'm not getting it versus getting it? I don't get it. I don't get it. I think I see a Discord message. But I'm gonna get this one try done, then check, and then see if I have to get offline. I think near the first part of the stream I did say I'd probably quit trying for now for this next time, but if I feel this close on Friday, I might try a couple more times. Just to see where I get. Oh wait, I was supposed to check Discord. I'm just like... I'm locked in. Okay, it wasn't me being summoned, so we get to keep going. Yeah. 3 hours of me flying in space. What a time. The journey. Like, so, I mean, in general, we're flying through space in Ratchet and Clank, but like, not always like this, and usually we're stationary on a planet for a bit. But you could look at this and tell me that it's not Ratchet and Clank, and I'd believe you. This is a different game. It's a minigame in Ratchet and Clank. This is Toy Story. Yeah, I believe you. I also believe that it could be Rye 3. I believe it. Even on like regular keyboards, I just hit the enter key sometimes. I just like my pinky just decides to have a stroke and just does whatever it wants for a little bit. That wasn't a miss. I was like in it. That's so sad. Oh yeah, no, I got the copy of GTA 6 early. This is their beta test version of it. It's kind of weird because like in the story you just go to space, but I mean it does make sense because it's based off of Florida, Vice City, you know. So I like it. Wait, is it Vice City? Maybe, I don't remember. So like it makes sense. Like Florida does have the spaceship base, the one where spaceships typically get launched from. Cape Canaveral and all that. That should have counted. Florida Man goes to space and continues to crush into rock. Yup, that's it. That's the story here. To be honest, Ratchet is a little bit of a Florida Man. He just kind of decides to stand against the mega corporation because they destroyed his home planet, or were in the process of destroying his home planet. I think he does rescue it at the end, so a little bit of a Florida Man. He's a Florida Man with lots of gusto. I should have survived that one. That. That was such a scuffed ring. I don't know how I got it. I don't know how those aren't counting. I really don't. Time for some David Bowie Starman or Space Oddity. There needs to be some other space music other than the one that's currently playing. I mean, I can't play any music on stream because I'd get copyrighted, but how did I not? Get some rings. Some don't. Almond Joy is nuts. Mounts don't. It always felt weird to me because Mounts is called Mount. Like, you got mounts. So you would have the bumps where the almonds are. But you don't call mountains almond joys. They don't have almonds. Oh, there's another phone alarm. Not now, phone. Phone. Drugs out of Australia. Boom, 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 boom. If you haven't seen a middle school band play Zarathustra ever, I suggest you do. It's gloriously awful. So epic, and yet at the same time, a fail. An epic fail, if you will. Then again, I have heard some college bands sound just as bad, which, yeah, it speaks to some of the college bands. It's just the unfortunate way it is sometimes.
I'm glad that I passed my audition, so that was good. Good enough. Or maybe one of the only two bassoons that ever played the instrument at that school. Either way, I passed, so. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's like how if you stare at a word for too long, it starts to, like, not look like a word. That's how this feels. That's just what's happening to my brain right now. Nothing's real in this world anymore. Man. Asteroid. Why? Why do you do this to me, Asteroid? You need to stay in one place. You need to stop spinning. Spin should be like exclusive to like places that spin. Like Ferris wheels can spin. What else spins? Merry-go-round spin. Ballerinas can spin. Figure skaters can spin. Asteroids, no spin. Earth can spin because it stays out of my way. Asteroids, no spin. Like, the thing is, not all the asteroids spin either. Like, clearly these guys don't spin. And to be fair, it would be fucking awful if they did. But, like, by all means, they should spin. They're just spinning, like, really slowly. I should count it. Like weird box of when that counts, and I don't know where that box is. Sometimes I go right over the top of something, I'm missing it, but then I dive down in front of it and I get it, and I don't understand. Oh, why did I die though? Alright, I'm giving myself like 10 minutes. I can't do it in 10 minutes. I'm gonna save like a special end of Ratchet and Clank time to try and do all these space missions. Or I just will do them on my own and update people whenever I do them. Because these are something else. Quite something. Not something that I was intending to do for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours on a Wednesday. Oh, asteroid, please. It said restart. I don't want to look at that one anymore. Asteroid, why do you do this? Why do you feel like you have to step in front of me? It's really rude. He already says it. Really rude. Don't push me around. It's not nice. Everybody knows it. There's so many times where I think, ah yes, I have made this ring. And then the counter goes up and I have to just deal with it, I guess. I don't know. I wish I could just like tilde and type in some command console thing saying, hey, you actually did miss that ring. That's fine. You're good. But I can't. Like, to be fair, yeah, I'm getting better at it, but like, why is it inconsistent in the first place? I've dived in front of a ring like that a bunch of times, and I have gotten it before. Maybe it's not the right angle, but like, in that case, why does it work for them in any case? It shouldn't. It just shouldn't work. I guess I also wish that the race was shorter. Because it being this long has so many room, so much room for just failure. Where I don't need it. Like, this could be a lot shorter. Like, we could race through the... That shouldn't have counted. We could race through the space station, and that would be fine. Like, one loop around the space station, and then race done. You ass, Ace Bunyan. You complete butt. Dude, I was lined up, and then he bumped me out of the way. Like, he just doesn't care. He's a bad sportsmanship kind of man. Paul Bunyan wouldn't do that to me. Paul Bunyan would help me carry my sick ox to get medicine for him. He wouldn't. Ace Bunyan straight up went through that rock. Like, he pretends that the rock isn't there. I have to avoid a rock. Ace Bunyan doesn't. Ace Bunyan doesn't believe in rocks. I've got 4 more minutes. I can try. Oh my god. It's also just really ridiculous. That's... That's like a point where I should have died. And I have died before. In fact. There's also Ace Bunyan telling me to die back there, I think. Just gotta think about it. I'm gonna miss one, and it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I mean, I expected it. There was way too much tension in my brain. What was going on? I think another reason why I don't get this kind of nervous with Celeste is that it happens a lot faster. Because this is so slow, feeling-wise, and finicky. Whenever I do get it, it doesn't feel like I got it. And by got it, I mean, like, when I have a good run going. It doesn't feel like I'm actually connecting with this stuff. It just feels like an accident. I guess some things in Celeste have felt like an accident, and I took it. But I don't know. A lot of the stuff in Celeste feels more intentional than this. It's the weirdest angle I think I've ever entered that hole. This is probably the last try. I guess that's just where it is. I'm gonna land on the next planet. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to that on Friday. I might just do some other stuff first and then maybe eventually do it again, or like I said, do it off stream.
For a map, press select or R3.
We haven't been in an actual level for so long that it's telling me how to use a map. Wild. Yep. But have a good one, y'all. I'll do some end of stream time still. Celeste is on Monday, Tuesday's Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Wednesday and Friday's Ratchet and Clank going Commando. Usually isn't like that. And tomorrow, Thursday, is Super Mario 64. In which case I'll probably do some poor platforming again, but I'll be doing platforming instead of flying through space. Hopefully. I don't think I have to use the wing cap necessarily again. Except one level much later. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Enjoy, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode of Ring. Space Rings. Yay, Space Rings! I'm gonna take a break from looking at screen for a bit. So, thank you for watching. I've been Lucas Gorka, this has been Space Ring the game, and I'll see y'all later.